Well, after months and months of teasing, it's finally here. The 23rd hero to Overwatch has arrived. And here today, I'm going to give you guys a detailed overview of what she is, how she plays, and what she's going to mean for the game. I'd like to take a look at all of her abilities, but before we do, let's talk about her health. She is a 200 health hero. This puts her right in line with a majority of the cast. Most of the offensive and defensive crew are at about 200 health. Hell, even most of the healers are as well. Of average kill ability, she doesn't have any armor, but she does have some great mobility, which is going to help her stay alive. The first thing I'd like to touch on, though, in terms of her kit is her weapon, the machine pistol. So this gun is actually similar to Tracer's gun. It's a fully automatic machine pistol, and it's got a short range spread. So it spreads out after a couple of shots, doesn't have a ton of ammo, and it seems to do moderate damage. I don't have exact values for you, unfortunately. She can do a decent damage up close. Further away, there's going to be a bit of drop off. Now, her abilities, though, are where Sombra gets really interesting, starting off with Hack. She hacks the enemy and stops them from using any abilities. She can also hack into health packs that will prevent the enemy team from using them. So the hack itself takes about 3 seconds to actually activate. It locks onto whatever you're facing, and then after, it's like 2 to 3 seconds, the hack will be done. So if you hack a player, they will be considered hacked for 6 seconds. During that time, they can't use any of their skills. They can still use their weapon, they can still move around, but they can't use their skills. Also, hacked players are marked, and this makes them visible to your team. It tells your team, hey, this guy's hacked, he can't use abilities, let's blow them up. But one of the coolest things, honestly, that I think players are going to be really interested to get into is the hacking of health packs. So first of all, the hacking of health packs takes just as long as hacking a player. It's 2 to 3 seconds. But once it's hacked, it stays hacked for what seems to be above 60 seconds. During that time, enemy players can't get that health pack, but also the health pack regenerates quicker, allowing you and your team to make use of it more often. Next up, we've got her camouflage. This turns Sombra invisible and increases her movement speed. Now, it's got a 6-second cooldown, but also has a 6-second duration. When invisible, you are fully cloaked. The enemy cannot see you. Now, when you start to enter invisibility and when you leave it, there's a short shimmer that says it's activating to tell the people, hey, Sombra's about to go invisible, but that only lasts about a second, maybe even less, that transition effect. And then once you're invisible, no one can see you. Well, your team can, but no one on the enemy team can see you. If you take damage from any fire, any AoE, any stray bullets, whatever, you will come out of stealth. But the fact that no one can see you and you have increased movement speed, and it's only got a 6-second cooldown and lasts 6 seconds, you're going to be using this very often, and it's going to be hard for people to tell where Sombra is. And that on top of her next ability, which is the translocator. So man, take a look at this. She tosses out a beacon that she can teleport to at any time. Now, once you throw it out, it lasts for 15 seconds. So you can toss it in the opposite direction or into a key strategic location, go into a fight, and then up to 15 seconds later, you reactivate it, and that will teleport her directly to it. And then once it has been used up, it also has a 6-second cooldown. So very short cooldowns. And then finally, before her ultimate, I'd like to talk about her passive. Not a lot of people are aware of this, but she actually has wall hacks for low health enemies. Any enemy player who's have critical health, which I believe that value is actually as high as 50%, it's between 25 and 50% of their health, you can see them through walls, just like Widowmaker wall hacks or just like Hanzo wall hacks. You get a red silhouette of that player. And then her final ability, the ultimate, is her EMP. This does a large area EMP that disables barriers and shields and also hacks into all enemies. So the same hack effect that we mentioned earlier lasts 6 seconds or so and stops them from using abilities, that is applied, but it breaks Reinhardt's shield, it breaks Zarya's barrier, it breaks Winston's barrier, but get this, it also completely nullifies Lucio's ult. So if an enemy Lucio ults his team in front of you as Sombra, you EMP, all of those shields are instantly gone. The thing is, hacking is a big deal, but EMP is the bigger deal, and EMP I think is going to be a big reason why Sombra is going to be a must pick for a long time. Think about it. For a push, you can just prevent shielding altogether. Your team pushes, they break it down, they put up a Reinhardt barrier, nope, I'm gonna EMP, your barrier's gone, you're instantly hacked, which means you can't lift up your barrier again for another 6 seconds. It stops Zarya from being able to bubble, plus gets rid of her 200 shields. It's huge. Sombra is a big deal. skill, it's really gonna shift up the game quite a bit. But either way, guys, thank you so much for joining me as we take an in-depth look at Sombra and her skills. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it informative. Stay tuned as I'll be covering all of the major news and announcements coming out for Overwatch and other games here live from BlizzCon. I'll get them out as in a timeliest fashion as I can. It's kind of hard to record in this circumstances. But anywho, hope you have a great afternoon, and until next time, I'll see you later.